Okay, back to it. Ran out of space. Here we go. So where was I? Um, Once a year in India. Once a year is even like 6 months. I've noticed you have some really profound experiences on the Weedies, on the sacred medicine. Uh, what else can we say? Um, be respectful. Anytime you imbibe a medicine, regardless of what it is, even food. Thank the spirit of the essence you're taking within yourself, because your body's a temple. That being said, um, at least in America here, the legal weed is a little funny. It's a little strange. They breed it strange, and I knew it from the beginning when they got all the stuff, in other places seemed to disappear. And then it was legal, and then all these places popped up that knew it was going to be legal. Isn't that interesting? And a couple of them got in trouble in my area for inside business deals with local officials, but we won't talk too much about that, right? But yeah, it's weird. They pump in like CO2 a lot of places if they're growing in house, and there's some good places that grow outside, but they're still using, I think, some modified seeds. You might want to take it, try to find the best stuff you can from a local grower, natural growing. Um, Growing yourself. If you grow yourself and you know about nature of this reality, putting your intention, having good intentions for your plants, and taking care of them real well, and speaking nice things to them, playing good frequencies, using correct ingredients for fertilizer and shit. That's the key to good, clean weed. That's natural, and it feels different, man. It might not be the super duper crickety crack, green crack that you get sometimes, but it's a lot better for you, and you can tell because you don't have the same after effects. That being said, the super high THC content. I ran into someone once who happened to smoke crack, and he said that it was not too much different from the concentrates, and that's another thing. The concentrates of weed can be so high, 80, 90%, dude, THC, that you have to be real careful with those. And that's usually your little vapes you get with the concentrates, or your little dabby doos. Dab will do ya. Might do ya. The dab might actually do ya. Dabby do ya. So, yeah. Moderation is key. Responsibility. And, don't do it. Come on, man. Don't do it when you're driving and stuff, when you got things to do. You got kids. I mean, I don't have kids, but maybe if you got kids, don't do it around them. Like, be responsible and stuff. I know. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I guess I'm gonna do it anyways because I just feel the need to say it. Oh yeah, the art of the transference. That's another thing. Be careful who you do drugs around, man. Be careful of the environment. It can be, especially depending on the strain and the strength, it can be a psychedelic, and what that means is you open yourself up to things. So the energies, that's another thing. If you want to develop sensitivities, if you're doubtful of the spiritual realm, it's a great way to, I've done many experiments with Tai Chi. Doing Tai Chi, dude, you're going to feel things. You're going to download things. You're going to be able to feel the energy and the flow, and it's a great experience. But, as I said before, don't use it as a crutch. If you need to, that's good. But at the end of the day, Band-Aid solutions are just what they are. They're a Band-Aid. And you have to rip that Band-Aid off. It can be a little painful. It can sting a bit. So, what else can I say? There have been studies, different types of ways of creating it. I know of a guy who I saw a while ago who would put it all in a crock pot for like 2 weeks or something. And it would, it wouldn't really get you high, he said, but it would heal a lot of things. And some things that they say can't be healed. And there's RSO, or the Rick Simpson oil, and a lot of people have said they've had really good experiences with healing with that. And then you got your CBD, your straight up CBD. I've tried that before. It definitely does something. Some people vape it. I'm not too sure about that, but some people do. I noticed when they had these strains that are 50-50 CBD and THC, some of the best experiences. They're really healing, really good for the body. It's relaxing, especially it works on your gut, your intestines. You got problems with that? It's gonna help with that, definitely. Mental problems, if you have mental health issues, mixed experiences, potentially can agitate the emergence of schizophrenia. There's been some studies that show that. I think, I've heard stories and stuff, and I've definitely had experiences, especially if you're not sleeping. Sleeping, another thing. You might not want to do it before bed. It's well known that, and I personally vouch for this, dream recollection goes out of the window, dude. You might have strange dreams. On another note, though, on the other hand, I've had some of the most profound dreams and messages when I was twisted, as they would say, when I was really, back in the day, really drunk and really high, and sleeping in a basement, grounded, cold basement, man. Some of the best, definitely interesting dreams and downloads. Lucid, very lucid dreams. So, set and setting is what they say with the psychedelic substances and those types of things. Set and setting is important. So, you can go out to a party or something, you're hanging out with friends, it's fine. It's good. It can be a really good bonding experience too. Same thing with drinking. But just be careful, what you expose yourself to, because the transference is real. It's very real. I think that might be it for now. But yeah, have a good time with it. Don't feel pressured to ever do something. Never feel pressured to do something because everyone's doing it. That goes for anything in life, especially drugs. Because, some of the best people I ever met never ever did drugs. Not saying I knew, for sure, but definitely, you don't need them. You really don't. Especially for spiritual growth, you don't need drugs. But if it's part of your path, it can be a very helpful tool, helpful aid. And for healing things, for like pain and stuff, indigestion especially, I've had a lot of stomach and intestinal stuff, and it's one of the things that works 100% of the time for that and for pain and relaxation. So, yeah. Have a good, prosperous day.